Meowing YouTube, it's Stealth Coder Gigi here, and today I'm going to be starting a new series. In this one, it's going to be an off branch of my Java programming tutorials. However, it's going to be showing you how you can apply everything I've taught to, in a application form, and how you can. English, not my thing today, apparently. Sorry. Let's get started. So what I've done is I've gone and found myself a chart. I found this online, and so it has a bunch of projects, and so I'm going to be doing each one of them one by one and apply the things that we've learned to each of these. So let's go ahead and take a look. Write a program that takes the length of the three sides of a triangle as inputs. The program should display whether the triangle is a right triangle or not. Assume positive numbers are input. However, the order of the sides is not determined. You must test to see which side is the hypotenuse. Alrighty. So, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and create a new Java project, and I'm going to call this Java usage. And alright, and let's go ahead and create our beautiful class, and she'll call it assignment 1. And go ahead and hit finish. So one thing is they say that we need to take input. So we go ahead and incorporate our scanner that we used in the last tutorial, and public static void main, and just setting up my main method here. Alright, so let's go ahead and create our scanner so we can gather the input and system in, of course. Oh god, I cannot type. And we are going to gather 3 sides. However, because we're going to be comparing them in such a way that we compare each one to the next, I'm going to create a float array, or, well, did they specify? Assume positive numbers. Yeah, numbers. And for those who don't, I'm not sure if I haven't explained this either, but numbers can be anything as a whole number or decimal, such as 1 is a whole number, 2 is a whole number, so those are all integers. However, an integer cannot be a decimal, so 1.25 would not be a whole number or an integer. So when it says numbers, that means you need to work with a float or a double. And I'm going to call the sides equals new float array and 3 sides. And I'm also going to create one just so we know which one is the hypotenuse, and set that equal to 0. And something else that I may have not covered is when to use each one of the loops. And basically, when you're using a while loop, it's for something that's not countable. And when you're using a for loop, it is countable. So if you're counting the length of an array, for in this instance, that is countable. We can count that. But if we're going to count how many times the user is going to do something, that cannot be defined. So let's say how many times they click within 12 seconds. Now, there's which one do you count? Well, the one you count is the 12 seconds because we're only letting them click for 12 seconds. I know that may seem confusing, but as we go along, it should become more clear in further tutorials, that is. So I is less than 3, or yeah, 3, and increment by 1, and let's just give them a nice little message. Enter side, and in here we're going to, in brackets, type I plus 1. And y plus 1 is just so that it looks a bit better. Instead of printing out enter side 0, it prints 1. And just like that, that's good enough. And let's go ahead and gather their input. So side, actually we can switch this and so that it only points to which one is the hypotenuse. That's actually a lot smarter. Sides I equals x dot next float. All right. And if sides I is greater than the current hypotenuse, go ahead and reset the hypotenuse to sides I. Alrighty. Oh, wait. I, not sides I. We want to point to it. Right. Okay. And before I forget, because I have a habit of forgetting to close my scanner, I'm just going to do that right now while I still remember. And now we have all three, and so what we're going to do is we're going to check. How are we going to check? Well, this is going to get a little mathematical here, but a right angle obeys Pythagoras' theorem, and that is c squared equals a squared plus b squared. So let's go ahead and do that. So all right, I'm losing my train of thought. So for int I, and even though wait, why? I'm just gonna need a moment here. I seem to be losing every ounce of my keyboard as well. Come on. No? Okay. There we go. We don't need that for loop. Okay. So first we want to determine what side 1 is. And so let's go ahead and go float side 1 equals 0, and float side 2 equals 1. And if hypotenuse equals 0, we want to set side 1 equal to 1. We're actually going to have to reset both of them, so equal to 1. And side 2 equal to 2. If hypotenuse though equals 1 though, what we want to do is go ahead and create say S2, God, why can't I type, equals 2. And we actually don't need these method data brackets. And go ahead and now we can check if side 1 or sides hypotenuse times sides I'm probably haven't gone over this, but a way that we can do exponent to the power of 2 is it's called math.pow, and how it works, it takes two arguments, and so the first one will be the base and the other will be the exponent, and it will automatically give us what, so if it was 5, if this was 5 and this was 2, it would give us 25. And the other is side 1, 2 plus 2. Alrighty. That looks good. And just say system dot. Actually, I'm gonna put this on a new line. It's getting kind of long. Dot print line. Yep, it's right angle triangle. Yeah, that's good enough. But if it isn't, let's go ahead and give them a different message and say, nope, not the right angle. Yeah, very punny. Alright. Okay. So let's go ahead and test out this bad boy. So let's go ahead and run. Enter side 1. Let's go ahead and enter numbers that wouldn't make a right angle triangle. So that's 2, 3, and 4. Alright. And let's go ahead and test 3, 4, 5, and this should print out. No, it did not though. 3, 9, 16, and that is 25. That's embarrassing. I'm gonna go ahead and pause this video while I'll go ahead and try and figure out what the problem is, and I'll see you later. Oh, that was really silly of me. So, welcome back. If you've noticed, I went ahead and counted each one as a pointer rather than a value. So I'm just going to go ahead and correct that now. And so we just have to go ahead and make sure that it's going to the actual value in the array. Alrighty, and let's test if this works. Should probably did a retest after. 3, 4, 5. Yep, it's a right angle triangle. And let's go ahead and run again and see if it'll detect if it's not. 2, 3, and 4. No, not the right angle. Alright. I'm glad we got that out. Fix that. Alright, if you want to see more of these, go ahead and give that video a like, but I forgot what I was going to say. Ending the video is always the hardest part. Yeah, good meowing, have a good day, and hopefully see you in the next video. I swear there's something else, but guess not.